So I am going to do something a little bit differently today because okay, not only do I write, I so the best way to say is I am a well-rounded author. Um, it took me until about 3 years ago to start this process, but being an indie author, you definitely have so much that you have to pay towards, which is book covers, editing, um, possible beta readers, possible line edits, copy edits, proofreaders. There's like so much that you go through and have to pay. What is this gonna be? When you are an indie author. And unfortunately, unless come out, you coming up here. Unless you have such a little cuddle bug. Unless you have the means to pay for it all, it's hard. And even then, like there are people, unfortunately, there are some readers who want, when it comes to editing a manuscript, they put so much pressure on indie authors. I'm giving you love because what they want is perfection. And unfortunately, even with your manuscript going through 3 rounds of edits, which can end up costing you quite a lot of money, we as humans, we miss things. So we have to do everything that we can in order to make sure that we don't miss anything. So because my book babies are very important to me and I'm constantly still learning, I've been editing my work myself. And this year I started offering editing as a service to other indie authors. Now I know that you can charge an obscene amount of money for editing and people will pay it. But there are also some people who take advantage of that and they're not very good at editing. So that's why I don't charge as much. And I know I could charge more. It's just the fact that I know a lot of indie authors, they are just starting out. They could have been scammed by people before. Can I scratch my arm without you looking at me to pet you? My goodness. Such a spoiled boy. Um, it's a number of reasons why I don't charge as much as I do, and I could, but I choose not to because I understand how it feels being a essentially a struggling artist, because that's what we are. We are artists in our own rights, and we do struggle because we're constantly trying to make sure that we have a huge backlog in order to make sure that people actually find us and want to read us. Because if you only just have one book, then who's this? Don't lick my stuff, you weirdo. Jeez. Who's to say with just that one book that people will find you? It's not necessarily the truth. So I say I have about 17, 18 titles. And the reason being is because at least 5 of those titles are short stories that I combined into one book, one volume. And I will be working on another 5 short stories as soon as I get my squirrel back on track. Because as of right now, we are focusing on the dark romance and Scooby, she don't need you following her everywhere. Dang. I am focusing on the dark romance as well as Elven Lies that I am going to be releasing December 17th, which is actually 10 days before my mom's birthday, and about a week before Christmas. So, first thing I want to say is because I said, like, we're talking about editing. And, like, lots of people know what it is, but, like, it's so much more than what we realize it. And there's so many little things when it comes to editing. But the Webster's Dictionary version is prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it. Be an editor of a newspaper, magazine, any written works. And then the last one is to alter by the insertion, deletion, or replacement of one or more things. Apparently, you can also apply that to genetics, which is interesting. So that's generally what editing is. And like when it comes to editing, we tend to have issues with punctuation, spelling. Right now, I'm having issue with punctuation. Well, actually spelling, because I can't spell worth much right now. That's not red. I've been thinking about my daddy and how he taught me the most important thing you can do with food is share it with the community. He helped me with that, and now I feel closer to both his memory and the folks in the valley. Oh, that's nice. That's so sweet. So we're all familiar with punctuation. It's essentially periods, commas, parentheses, semicolons, M dash, which I bring up M dashes for a reason because lots of people say that is a telltale sign of somebody using AI, which in fact it is not. AI is being trained on people's written work, so you can't necessarily say that it's a telltale sign, because if somebody's work unfortunately was scanned through an AI detector, you don't do that. For the love of God, please do not do that. But you also just put their work through AI and had the AI essentially trained on how their writing style is. There's also the ellipsis and more. Let me. Alright. Kind of lost my train of thought. Alright. So we all know what a period it is. Just a period is also what we, as women, use to say that that time of the month has come, and it's a curse. That's what I say. It's a goddamn curse. Then there's a comma. It separates items, clauses, or provides a pause. So, like, you went to the store and you purchased apples, oranges, and bananas. Because it's all of the same thing, there's going to be commas in between it. Question mark literally is what we use when we say who, what, when, where, how, why. Those are literally the main ways you can ask a question, but that's not the only way you can ask a question, because the way I write, I don't always use those ones as a means to ask a question. There's the exclamation mark, which it signifies excitement. And if you put more than one exclamation mark, it means like you are overly eager, super excited, and like I don't know if lots of authors actually do that. They'll either put one, or they'll put one question mark, one exclamation mark to signify the question, but you can actually do more. What in the hell? Why? There is the colon and the semicolons. I like to say that they are fraternal twins because a semicolon, it introduces a list, exclamation, or quotations. And the semicolon, it connects closely related independent causes. But at the same time, it's also there to split a sentence because I use software now, so go back through when I'm editing and make sure that the voice actually reads it so that I didn't miss anything. Okay, let me pick up my sandwich. And then there's the dashes, aka M dash and hyphen. Those are to indicate a break or interruption in thought. So a lot of times we do that. We talk in punctuation if we don't really know it, because we're not writing it down. It's just second nature to just think, oh, this is that, when in fact we are actually talking in punctuation too. Um, Hyphens is joining words or parts of the word. So like if you evaluate something and then you go back and re-evaluate it, or you reread something, that's when you use a hyphen. And then there's our yep, this is why I struggle to talk. I also went back through last night and got all my friendship requests that I needed. Plus, I got 2 turtles, 3 rabbits, and another squirrel as a companion. And I spent like 20 minutes chasing after crocodiles. Them suckers is fast. I have not figured out how I'm able to get them whatsoever. So I think I'll be able to try once I do Tiana's quest, Little Lewis Big Break. I use parentheses. Actually, I don't. No, I don't use the parentheses. I use the brackets. Parentheses, they. Well, I kind of use parentheses too when I'm typing. Well, when I'm writing to people, I should say. Parentheses, they enclose additional information or clarification. So, an example would be like, he finally arrived, and then in parentheses, it's like after much delay. Or you can actually use a comma there as well. And like I said, I use brackets. Brackets are for when I put in that it is for a text message. That's just the way I do it. That's not necessarily how you use it. It's actually used for editorial comments or clarifications within quoted material. So she said he, and then there's the bracket, the manager will attend. Let's see. And then there are the curly braces, which they're like the parentheses, but they have like the little points in the center. I never knew that they were called curly braces, but I know what they look like. And they're often used in programming or mathematics to group items. So we kind of use it when we're doing like XYZ. And then obviously everybody knows what an apostrophe is. It is to show possession, forms of contracts, contractions, I should say. So like when we use, okay, perfect. I'm actually doing multiple things at once. Let's see. There we go. Copy. Alright, so we actually use apostrophes like when we say it's Sarah's book or can't, won't, don't, ain't. Even though people say ain't isn't a word, it still is a word. Um, and then there's the quotation marks. It's literally to enclose direct speech. Like, he said he would be here, or she said that time stood still. Oh, wait. And then there are the ellipses, which I use more in place of the M dashes, because to me, it's more or less like you're pausing in thought, not like you had an interruption in thought, because I literally write it that way for a reason. So you'll see that quite a lot. Then there's the slash. It separates alternatives or fractions. A lot of our punctuation can be used in mathematical equations. Um, so like, excuse me. So like when some people they'll talk and say and slash or, that I use it that way. I know I've been told that that's not the right way, but language is always evolving. So and then there's the at sign, which you can use for your email address, or be like, meet me at this place. The ampersand represents the word and, um, literally like when you're putting two things together, like research and development. Then there's the asterisk, which denotes footnotes or emphasis, which I use, but also you can use it to, when you're in Discord, you can use it to bold something, underline it, italicize it. Um, there's a few other ways you can use it. I know I don't use it very often. Then there's the number sign, which unfortunately is called a hashtag, but old school knows it as a pound sign. Oh, that was so annoying. Having to like get used to that. But like it would be hashtag pound like Katiemu. And then there's the tilde, which is like the little squiggly line. Why did I move my hand? Like y'all can see me right now. The little squiggly line, it indicates approximation or a range. So like you can put it in front of a number and said like 20 people attended or 10 people attended. Um, we, yes, punctuation is there to assist us. Uh, but we make the choice on how we proceed with it. So that is all of the punctuation list. And like I said, I say the semicolon and colon are like siblings. Or rather, maybe the colon and the comma are like mommy and daddy, and that's how we got a semicolon. Oh, please don't shoot me. Um, so that's when it comes to editing. And like I said, there's proofreading, there's copy editing. What is it, Scooby? Make up your mind if you're gonna stay on the bed or get down. Well, you too. Again, there's proofreading, there's line editing, there's copy editing. Like there's so many people have split it up to the point where um to where you have to be very cautious on what you I think I'll do that one. On what you I gotta get more fiber. All right. On what you're pursuing, because there is that distinction. Um, I don't say that I'm a line editor or a copy editor. I do it all because the way I go through my own work is through like a fine tooth comb. I am reading it back. I'm giving you love. Jeez. One-handed. Um, Thanks a lot. You made me lose my train of thought because now I'm thinking about giving you loves and petting you. Oh, he's so cute. Just like you, Scooby. I go back through and I'm actually proofreading it as I'm editing. I am making sure that there aren't any words that are misspelled, making sure that the punctuation is correct. Um, because I now have this. What? No, you right up on me. Because now I have this. I guess the best way to say it would be like, you gonna get mad because I ain't want to continue petting you? Rude. I have this aversion to. I've always had this aversion, but I don't like when people use like the same words all the time. And now I have an aversion to how people will use just that. Um, there's a few other words, but seeing just in that, then like a lot of words repeated, especially when something else could go in its place. It kind of um I would say like the best way is like it kind of grates on my nerves. I know that is totally a me thing. Hey Maria, how are you? I'm just talking about editing today, no books. It's been a while since you've actually came on. God damn it. So I didn't just see uh, your message until just now. Okay, good. It's not messing up again. So you definitely have to be careful um, with anything and everything. I actually did lose my train of thought because, like I said, my squirrel is always running and doing something, and I never know what it's doing from day to day. It's real. Oh shoot, that's not what I tried to do. Like I said, I'm trying to do multiple things all at once. Oh, okay, that's why I did the wrong thing. I have to edit that. Okay, so, and I hope my internet is not acting up. So, I'm very thorough, and I also am very picky. I guess that's like part of. I am not diagnosed with OCD, but I do believe I have like some form of it or small version, and that's I don't know where are those all buffers? Okay, let me see if I got wrong. Pressing the wrong button again. Let's see, 2.5, 4. I'll eat that. Okay, let's harvest. I know. I'm so sorry. It's because I'm affiliated now. Don't know if you can like hear me say this. I need to check that. know damn well my child did not text me and tell me to come pick her up. Oh, thank God. I have an hour. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. Got my baby situated. I don't care. I do what I want. Um, Everybody, like, it's weird how notifications happen. But anyway, I'm just very thorough, and I guess that's because, like, I have a small bit of. Was that a potato? Did I just get potatoes? Oh, wait a goddamn minute. Did I just get a potato? I got a potato. What? That's. I didn't know Wally could get me potatoes. I am very shocked at this. I'm doing so much right now. So, if you or somebody you know is looking for an editor, I am very cheap. And not to say, like, because I'm cheap, you're going to get what you pay for. No, I am cheap because I know. Are you a new bunny? I think you are. You are. You are. God damn it. I think you aren't. You are. God darn it. I could have sworn. Whatever. I ain't chasing you. I did all that damn running the last time, and I tired myself out from holding down the buttons. Let's see. I should probably stick to what I know or go sell stuff to Goofy. But yeah, I know the saying goes like you get what you pay for, but I can tell you right now, you are definitely getting um, high quality. I still also have to go through some of my earlier books and go through and do an edit for them because obviously when you nod, you're nodding your head. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm constantly learning and adjusting and getting better. Um, Scooby, stop! Get up here! I don't even know who you just attacked. Come here. Not you. Sit down, Athena. Sit. Scooby. Oh, God. God. Come on, Scooby. Come on. I see you. Come on. Where is the squeaky toy? Come on, Scooby. Hop up here. There you are. Scooby, come on. Get up here. Get gravy. Alright, let's sell stuff to Goofy. Sometimes you can actually get quality work and quality items for less. I will say that. What the hell was corn? Why do you want corn, Wally? Special. That's all the ones I'm gonna sell. I need to do something with the nightshade. Because that is taking up 2 slots. That's not gonna give me very much, but Scoby, can't sell that, and I'll sell that. I don't really need the lemon. I don't think. Actually, I'll just hold off on it. I really hope he didn't just try to get the kitten or Panther Badass, because that wouldn't be good. Alright, so we need fiber. Do I even have any more? I don't. I freaking sold it. I need garnets, aquamarine, and citrine. Okay, here we go. Do some mining.